So today we will discuss the next portion of the chapter we were revising, that is coal and petroleum. Okay, so the revision of that chapter. Now coal, in broad respect, what is the another name of coal? In broad respect, what is the another name of coal? No, I am not inquiring such kind of name. With respect to fuel, what is the name of another name of coal? That is coal, petroleum, the natural gas. What is the another name of these? Fossil fuel. We have discussed this on the last section. Okay, now how coal is produced, and here, yes, fossil fuel. Now here some example, that is transformation of energy is there. Now here in the thermal power plant, uses the coal to generate heat, and then these using these heat energy, the electricity is produced. So here heat energy is converted to electrical energy. How? By some process. There is a long process to go. So heat energy to electricity, isn't it? What is the example of this? That is thermal power plant. So in the same way, there are also few more examples on the transfer of one energy to another one. One most popular one is the that is electric energy to mechanical energy. Now give some example. One example where electric energy to mechanical energy is the conversion of electrical to mechanical. Next one, electric to chemical. Fan, motor, yes. So here electric instrument. Electric energy to chemical energy. Electrolysis. And reverse of that, that is chemical energy to electric energy. Chemical energy to electric energy. Battery, cell, yes. Now one example, that is mechanical energy to electric energy. Mechanical to electric. Generator, yes. Hydropower, this is also an example. Hydroelectric power. So this is converting mechanical to electrical energy. Solar panel. Solar panel, this is chemical to electrical. For this it is battery in the broad respect, but you can also mention specifically solar panel. So these are some the transformation from one form to another form. Now can you give me some more transformation of energy, one or two, few more transformation? Electric to sound, yes, very simple. Electricity to heat, electricity to heat energy, that when the bulb glows it producing heat, and also light energy you can say. Okay, so these are some heat to electricity, yes, this is also done. So these are some example of change of energy from one form to another one. Now I am coming to the context, that is in page number 57, coal. Now you can see that a black mass is shown on the diagram 5.1. Electricity to heat, yes, these are correct. So the diagram, that the picture of a coal which is a hard mass of black in color, so these hard mass is called as coal. Now how coal is formed, what are the essential condition to form coal, or how coal is produced from dead plant materials? What are the essential condition? Number one is that pressure, number two is the heat, and number three is the absence of air. These two are we got, or the black dead materials got from the earth crust, yes, and also the absence of air, this is also the same situation where they got buried in the earth crust, and due to the absence of oxygen they converted to the coal, and the process is called carbonization. So carbonization is a slow process, it is a slow process where the dead plant material converts to coal by a millions of year it takes to go. Okay, so this is coal. Now come to the next page. When coal burns, it mainly produces some of the gases. Now coal, as it is having the greatly the carbon contents, the maximum it is the carbon contents, but it's also having some other elements also. But here with broad respect, the coal, the burning of coal will produce carbon dioxide gas. Okay, it is mentioned here. Coal is processed in industry to get some useful products. So the processing of coal may get to some important products. What are these? What are these important products? What we will got from coal? One is coke, coal tar, and coal gas. So coal to we get coke, coal tar, and coal gas. Now coke, this is also black mass, it is basically powdered form. Coal tar, it is thick liquid, black liquid in form. Coal gas, that is gas. This is used to produce heat energy. Okay, Yes, ammonia also produced because of the nitrogen present on that uh, as a constituent of coal. Now, coke, before going to coke to coal, there is a process that is destructive distillation. What are the essential condition of this? So, distillation is that separation of any mixture, the components of any mixture from by using heat energy. It is basically applied for the liquid phase. Here destructive distillation, number one, heating in absence of air. This is the essential condition to convert coal to coke. This process is called as destructive distillation. So, coke, it is a tough, porous and black substance. It is almost pure form of carbon. Why it is pure? Because as it is coming through the destructive distillation, the others component which was present, each got evaporated or get separated in the gaseous form. So, the remaining is the pure form. Coke is used in the manufacture of steel and in the extraction of many metals. Now, it is the manufacture of steel, that is a very little amount of coke is required, the carbon, for the to increase the quality of the steel, and also extraction of many metals, that is the reduction purpose in the metallurgy. Next one is the coal tar. It is a black thick liquid with an unpleasant smell. It is a mixture of 200 substances. What are the substances? These are some aromatic substances. So, the aromatic substances are those that having some natural smell on it. Okay. Not only natural smell, the aromaticity is generated due to the presence of any compound which having a structure like that, that is the benzene like structure, that is a structure like that, and that is alternate double bond. These are double bonds, that is alternate double bond, and it's having some smell on it. So, when these substances are mixed in this thick liquid, that is the black thick liquid which is called as coal tar, it producing some unpleasant smell. For manufacture of different substance used in everyday life in our and in industry, like synthetic dyes, drugs, explosive, perfume, plastics. Now, the different substances which we got from coal tar is to be separated. Here the fractional distillation is used. Fractional distillation is that as it is liquid, so fractional distillation will evaporate the substances and we will collect the substances at different temperature range, and at different temperature range we will get different substances. So, another one important separation technique used here is the fractional distillation. You will come to know about this on detail on class 11. So, fractional distillation is used here, that is when the difference in their boiling point is there, then we can separate it by fractional distillation. Okay. Now, these are the materials which is produced from the coal tar. Interesting, and also naphthalene ball. Now, naphthalene, this is the structure of naphthalene. Now, you can see that same structure present here, and due to which the smell, that is a very light smell is coming out due to the presence of the same structure, that is a alternate double bond and a planar shape. This is called aromaticity or aromatic compound. The aroma is the smell. Okay. So, this is the importance of coal tar. Next one, coal gas is obtained during the processing of coal to get coke. So it is the byproduct. So when coal is converted to coke by destructive distillation, we will get coal gas as byproduct. What is the importance of it? That is producing heat energy, etc. And in the previous day, that is in the 18th century, it is used to lightening the street lights in the London or in the New York, but nowadays it is only the source of heat energy. Okay, so only coal is discussed today. Next day we will discuss about petroleum. Any confusion up to this? Any question?